We are 2 days out from UFC 322 JDM versus Islam. Welcome back to Fight Week with Gibbo. We have just had the press conference today, and what a stacked press conference, and let's dive straight into it. The first thing that came to mind and what was starting to get a bit annoying was, I came to a realization, Michael Morales is becoming a huge star. He had like 30% of the questions. I believe it's because there were a lot of Latin American media there, but Michael Morales from Ecuador, he was almost taking over that press conference. He had the fur coat on, looking slick, and yeah, a lot of questions were coming his way. And that really opened my eyes up to, like, he's ranked number 8. And a win over Sean Brady here could quite possibly give him the title shot. Because sitting next to him, we had Islam, we had JDM, Zhang Weili, Shevchenko, 4 champions on the table. And he got asked, if not the same amount of questions as the champions or more. And I started to get a little bit annoyed. I was like, because, it's not in English. And you're like, all right, come on. We want to hear from the people fighting for the belts. But Dana White's going to be looking at that going, all right, there's something here with Michael Morales. And it took me back to when Marlon Vera fought Sean O'Malley. Man, there was so much fans. There were so many fans for Marlon Vera. He was getting all the questions. He was the superstar in that fight, not Sean O'Malley. So there's something brewing. There's something big going on down in Ecuador with these fighters. But with the press conference, another thing to mention was having all these welterweights on the same card. It looked a little bit awkward. We literally had Leon Edwards sitting right next to Sean Brady, who earlier this year steamrolled him and mounted guillotined him. I mean, I wonder what backstage was like, and how awkward and uncomfortable that would have been, sitting next to a guy who just ran through you. And Sean Brady, he didn't have too much pleasant stuff to say after the fight, because Leon giving him the cold shoulder, not being real pleasant or respectful. And yeah, I wonder if there are any conversations about that when they were waiting out the back to go up. But and then we had Benoit Saint-Denis sat next to Carlos Prates, who is a fighting nerd, and BSD just fucking ran through his teammate only a few months ago in Paris, Mauricio Ruffi. So a lot of awkward setting at this press conference. I mean, it would have been very awkward, very stiff, and yeah, I thought that was very interesting. And JDM, he was getting a lot of boos. Islam, the crowd favorite, and I'm happy to see that for Islam. He very much deserves it, and his English has gotten a lot better, because a big thing with these big fighters is, if you're not speaking English, it's very hard to build a fan base worldwide, especially countries that speak English predominantly, and because that's I guess the most common worldwide spoken language is English. And yeah, good to see Islam in America getting a lot of support, because yeah, I don't mind, like, JDM, he didn't seem to care, and his time will come to be the fan favorite, but I think that's just going to give him more of a chip on his shoulder. And it's just like this is insane for JDM. His first title defense is going up against one of the greatest lightweights of all time, coming from that Khabib camp, coming from Dagestan, on a 15-fight win streak. He's only one off Anderson Silva, who has the record and the longest fight win streak in the UFC, which is 16. Like, this has got to be the most toughest first title defense matchup in UFC history. And if JDM beats him, man, this could be the start of a crazy run, because there's a lot of contenders there for him to beat, which he has a really good chance of going on a great run if he gets through Islam. And yeah, this fight just continually keeps building up and getting better. Now, Press conference. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I've just waterboarded myself with a heap of content this morning. Just trying to think what else, like embedded. Nothing too crazy. Jack Della Maddalena's YouTube channel, just going through the media. Fight week, cool watching them do their own little rugby warm-ups. That's always cool to see. Them just warming up, playing a bit of rugby. And yeah, like with BSD and Benil Dariush, they've been pretty quiet. Haven't seen any of them throughout fight week. Nothing. I thought BSD, when they faced off, BSD was taller. I'm not sure what shoes he was wearing, but I thought he was going to be shorter than Benil, but that's my fight of the night. And yeah, 2 days out now. Weigh-ins are tomorrow. Be sure to check out the preview I uploaded, which I just go a bit more in depth on all of the matchups. But weigh-ins tomorrow. Oh, that's right. We had Cody Haddon, the Australian, who was supposed to fight Malcolm Wellmaker. News just dropped. He is out. I believe it was a broken foot. Like, you must be so devastated to get such an injury only a few days out from an MSG pay-per-view card. I mean, I'm not sure. We haven't heard from Cody yet, but very unfortunate news, and very unfortunate for Wellmaker as well. Like a young guy too, and this might be his first experience on a massive event, and then your opponent pulls out. He does have a new opponent, but that's a spanner in the works. But that's the fight game. Like, it's pretty much a guarantee. There's always a pullout during fight week for a UFC card. It's just the nature of the fight game, unfortunately. But yeah, guys, 2 days out. Weigh-ins tomorrow morning, early Australian time, and I'm so confident in JDM as we get closer and seeing how sharp he is. Go to his YouTube channel, watch his fight week videos, him training, and man, he's looking crisp, sharp, strong, so sure of himself. He doesn't need to do any of that shit talking. It's been really respectful. In their face-off, man, JDM was mogging Islam, but Islam, I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to get run through. It's such a tough matchup for JDM, but with my biasy and adding a bit of, what I purely think as a stylistic matchup, I think JDM can get it done. And listening to other people around the MMA community, yeah, it's, JDM's a 3-1 underdog, but people were very much 50-50 on this fight. So there's a lot of value, even just having a punt responsibly on JDM. But, I mean, my worst nightmare is Islam just does what he did to Moicano and just runs straight through him. I don't see it happening, but if that happens, man, that'll break my heart. That'll do me. But 2 days out, weigh-ins tomorrow. I'll be doing another video tomorrow. But yeah, that's fight week with Gibbo, shaping up to be an absolute epic event. We are not even talking about the prelims here, and this is just on the main card, so it just shows you how stacked it is. And have a good day, guys. Let me know your thoughts so far of this fight week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Catch you later.